Ian Garry versus Geoff Neal is this weekend at UFC 298, and I'm very much looking forward to this fight. We're going to get into it. Ian Garry, of course, the wag, the cuck, all this stuff that people were saying about him, I think it was out of line. I personally think let the guy do what he wants in his personal life. Whoever he chooses to be with is none of our business. These questions that Sean Strickland was bringing up about, oh, what happens when she's 60 and you're 40, or when you're, like when the age gap gets, you know, as it continues on. It's like, bro, worry about yourself. You know what I mean? What happens when people start digging up your past about neo-Nazism? You get what I'm saying? Like, we could all talk about what happens ifs for a lot of different people. Worry about yourself. Don't worry about Ian Garry. The kid's doing well. He's, in the UFC, which is a plus. Living his dream. He's undefeated, all things like that. Who cares about his personal life? This is my take on it. But this is not how a lot of people feel. A lot of people like to make fun. A lot of people like to send negativity. And, that's just the world we live in today. So Ian Garry came headfirst with all that scrutiny. It was a wave of negativity on this man. And personally, I believe that's what caused him to pull out of the fight with pneumonia. If you look up this study, type in water crystals positive affirmations experiment, and you'll see the water molecules when in a bottle of water written with positive affirmations, thank you, love and appreciation, you're beautiful, etc., etc., offering prayers, you can see all things like this. But without that, with the negative affirmations, look at how it grows. It's not perfect. Look at how perfect that is. These crystals are, they're beautiful, intricate designs. But look at these here. They look like, it's got the holes in them. Like, it's not good, bro. It's not good. So my point is to say there is power in positivity and negativity. And your thoughts, the stress that you take on, can manifest itself in the physical form. And I'll give you a perfect example. You can be under much stress, and that stress can cause you to grow a rash. It can cause you not to sleep. It could cause you to have mood swings. There are tangible effects that you could feel in the physical that stem from the mental. And my point to you is the negativity that Ian Garry had to deal with going into his last fight. You've got the MMA guru making his videos about you. You've got your comment section being flooded. You can't open up any social media. You can't do any of this stuff without just seeing negativity, negativity, negativity. And a lot of it is true. A lot of it is also out of bounds, but a lot of it is true. When he put Geoff Neal's mugshot on a t-shirt and profited off the t-shirts, that's not right. That's not cool. You know what I mean? I'm not with that. When he said what he said about Neil Magny, and, oh, you beat your children, and now Neil Magny is like actually in court having a custody battle. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. There's a lot of things that Ian Garry does that's not cool. It's whack. It's fucking... What are you doing, bro? Like, he brings a lot of the hate onto himself, and he thinks he's Mr., F the haters and all this stuff, and, peace, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he has that type of aura to him, but at the same time, look at what happens when you really get it. You know what I mean? Like, he really got it, and he really got it with the with his relationship and all stuff like that. And it was, I believe, why he had to pull out of his fight. Now, getting into the actual, punches and the kicks, the strategies, things like this. Ian Garry's a finesse kind of fighter. Ian Garry's a guy who, against Geoff Neal, against the guy who's going to walk forward, and he's going to crack, and he's going to crack hard, and he's cracked with the best of them. He's banged in the pocket with the best of them. He's not going to be scared of you, Mr. Ian Garry. You get what I'm saying? He's been in there with Shavkat. He's been in there with Vicente Luque. He's been in there with some dogs, and, That's Geoff Neal. Put some respect on Geoff Neal's name. Geoff Neal is a legit contender in the 170-pound division. And I feel like in that 170-pound, like I had Vicente Luque winning too, you know? And I have Geoff Neal winning in this fight. I think Ian Garry is going to need to walk a tightrope against Geoff Neal. He's going to need to be perfect. And maybe he can be. Maybe he proves me wrong. I've been wrong before. Maybe Ian Garry comes out and shows the world who he says he is, and he is great, and he is the second coming of Conor and all things like this, right? Maybe. Or maybe he lets the negativity build up again. Maybe he walks out for the first time at UFC 298 to booze. Maybe the press conference doesn't go well. Maybe a lot of things happen for Ian Garry that the negativity that he felt before, I truly believe that's what made him like get sick, you know, and have to pull out and all stuff like that. I think it's going to show up here. It's not going to be as powerful because it's like a died down storm, but it's going to come back up. And I wonder how he'll be able to handle it. I wonder how when he's trying to evade and Geoff Neal catches him, or the first time he really gets cracked by the power of Geoff Neal, I wonder how he's going to react to it. And I wonder if he's going to be able to get back on track or if it's going to snowball. I believe it's going to snowball, and Ian Garry will suffer his first loss. It'll be a gut check time, but, you know, the kid's got all the time in the world, very young, depending on how he loses. Even, you know, Michael Bisping suffered one of the worst knockout losses ever, came back, became champion down the line. You get me? So my point is, Ian Garry's got time. He's got time to bounce back. Give him some wiggle room if he does fail. But, you know, I think this is the prospect Ian Garry versus the guy that's been there before, and he's been here and he's trying to show people I belong here. Give me these top guys. I'm trying to fight everybody. Geoff Neal's a title contender. Ian Garry, not so much yet. I don't think so. Could be wrong, who knows? But that's my take on this one. I got Geoff Neal winning. I'm gonna say second round. I'm gonna say second round or even third round. TKO stoppage. That's my take. Let me know if you agree, disagree. It doesn't matter. Just join the discussion. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, follow for more. Thank you. You are all appreciated.